Jungle.
Good morning. You are now watching Welcome News Asia. I'm Chang. Here's a breaking headline for you. Domestic violence broke out in Kota Kinabalu this morning. At local time of 7 a.m., a woman was hit by her husband just because he didn't get to eat nasi ayam penyet for his breakfast.
He wanted to eat nasi ayam penyet this morning, and I told him that I couldn't make it immediately, and he just got frustrated, and he was so angry and upset with me, and he grabbed whatever he got and threw it into me. I was so shocked and frightened, as I feel so helpless. Actually, this is not the first time he did this to me, and I don't know what to do. He would say that I was married to him, and I have to follow what he wants me to do, and I have to always make him happy and satisfied with what he wants. But each and every time what I did, he's not satisfied, and he would get upset easily and angry, and he would just hit me or punch me like that, and I feel so helpless. What should I do?
Women's Aid Organization, WAO, has conducted studies on family violence. Let's connect to their representative.
The number of domestic violence cases has decreased in 2008 until 2010, and then it increases gradually from 2011 until 2016, where 2016 had reported 5,796 cases, and then it gradually decreased to 5,513 cases in 2017. Most of the domestic violence cases are caused by intentionally or attempting to place the victim in fear, and also causing or inflicting physical injury to the victim. This shows that the highest number in compared to other types of domestic violence.
The officer from Jabatan Kebajikan Malaysia, JKM, will explain more about the domestic violence in Malaysia.
Statistic of child abuse in Malaysia is actually very worrying, as it shows an increment from year to year and is above the normal level. Based on the statistic done by our department, from year 2009 to 2014, there are totally 21,719 child abuse cases happened in Malaysia, which increased from 2,789 cases in the year of 2009 to 4,295 cases in the year of 2014. Among these cases, most of the abusers were found to be the family members of the victims. Based on the data that collected by our department, we can see that 24.9% of abuses were done by the mother of the involved child, and this is followed by the abuses carried out by the father of the child with 19.6%, 7% of the abusers were by non-biological parents, and 6.7% of the abusers were by siblings and relatives. As to the types of abuse inflicted upon the child, we can see that the neglect, which is the failure to provide for a child's basic needs, is the most common form of child abuse in Malaysia, followed by physical abuse and sexual abuse. These three cases recorded the highest number compared to other forms of abuse. Therefore, our department is still figuring out way to reduce this issue, and we hope that society can be more aware of it and work with us to provide a safe and healthy environment for our children.
Among the many types of family violence, elder abuse is most often neglected. Studies about elder abuse have been done in both rural areas and urban areas of Malaysia. Let's see some findings from the research. Now let's see how the experts explain more about family violence.
In Malaysia, family violence has come to the attention of society. In order for us to prevent this issue, we must first understand some theories behind it. So, actually, both psychological theory and sociological theory can be used to explain this scenario. From the side of family violence, actually, an individual with a personality that is jealous or lack of security might have some abnormal behavior, such as keep calling their spouse or their children when they are not around to make sure they are not doing something which is out of their control. And even in some serious case, the abuser might choose to keep the spouse and the children in the house all the time and doesn't allow them to go out for some social activities, and even worse. That is really ridiculous. And if the victims doesn't want to follow the instruction, the abuser might choose to hit them or choke them or cause some physically harm on them so that they will listen to them. So next will be sociological theory. So one of the sociological theory that can be related to family violence will be social learning theory. It emphasizes on how violence is formed through observing others, repeated and continued if there is any reinforcement for it. Violence in family of origin is consistently correlated with higher likelihood of violence. Their past experience might lead them to have a wrong mindset, which they think that it's alright, it's okay to conduct some abusive behavior towards their spouse or their children. Therefore, it might form a very bad phenomenon which that this issue can be passed from generation to generation, and I think that it's really important for us to figure out a way to solve it.
Feminist theories of domestic and family violence are particularly important in understanding the unequal and gendered nature of this violence. Most of the victims of this violence are women. Feminist theories that focus on a way that a patriarchal culture can provide men with motives and legitimation for this violence against women. Because the man could not get what he want, and he expect the wife could give him and satisfy what he want. When he can't tolerate with what he want, he would tend to have abusive behavior towards the wife. Because he could not tolerate with what he wants, and therefore he builds frustration in his wife, and he wants to control what he wants. And this leads to his aggressive and abusive behavior towards his wife. And that's where the violence starts.
We can see that family violence is putting more and more people in danger, and it should not be neglected. If you see this happen, do not hesitate to contact the hotline below. Thanks for watching. Back on News Asia. Have a nice day.